The kind of people that come to the resource center, there's quite a variety of them. We have families who are homeless because they've been evicted. We have people relocating from other parts of the country and other parts of the world, so refugee claimants who have quite a complex number of problems that they bring with them to try to deal with, and their fears and other things, just in the language barrier. We have women and children who have been abused in their own home and who come for the safety factor and maybe are wanting to relocate or get established on their own in the community. We have single people who have run away from home. We have single people who have been kicked out of their parents' home, or again maybe have been evicted or are relocating from other parts of the world. When the building is full to capacity, we would have approximately 70 people staying here. We have 15 family units and 10 single units, and we consider a family of 4 in each unit. So of course that number varies, goes up and down depending on the size of the family. We're here to provide shelter to people who are homeless. Very soon after opening, we discovered that homelessness wasn't just an accommodation problem, that we're faced with any number of problems with people. For instance, a woman and her children who may be coming out of a domestic violence situation need a lot of crisis counseling and follow-up with legal help and ongoing counseling. There's quite a different number of factors that are involved with each different case. So what we're trying to do is provide, first of all, individual care and individual case plans to people. And we do have a number of groups that operate in the center as well. A support group for abused women and children. We have the public health department that come in and do health care, both individually and in groups. Children's Aid Society do a parenting class called Caring for Our Kids. We have the cook who does some classes in just how to prepare different simple meals for people, budgeting, training, different kinds of life skills going on. So what we're trying to do is just provide enough training for people so that they can carry on with their life. The service isn't unique in that there are shelters and hostels providing accommodation to people who are homeless. The concept or the model is very unique in that we're not providing large rooms with a number of people staying in the same area or families staying together. We have individual units for our families that are essentially self-contained apartments. People can cook and clean and carry on as much of a normal lifestyle as possible considering the circumstances. And for the single people, they're all put up in individual bedrooms and they eat together in a common dining room area. Our budget in 1989 is in excess of $700,000 to operate the Family Life Resource Center. That money comes from a per diem rate paid by the region of Peel. The Salvation Army contributes through the Red Shield Appeal and individual contributions that come into the center. We're funded, some of the individual programs that we offer are funded through the Ministry of Community and Social Services. And then there are little sort of pockets of money that come from different areas. We've been in operation for a little over 2 years, and I hope that we're making a difference in the community. The community tells us that we're making a difference, and the people that come to stay at the Family Life Resource Center tell us that we've made a difference in their lives. And of course, we can only go by what people tell us. We don't get a significant number of people who return, so we're stopping what I call the revolving door syndrome, where people would go out in the community and end up evicted or whatever again and end up back here. So I think that we're providing, with the faith that we have and the ministry that we're providing here, that we are meeting a definite need. Certainly the need is greater than what we're able to provide in the region of Peel, but we do meet a lot of the need.
Ours is a novel approach in that we move right where the kids are. We come in to serve them on their own turf. We provide food, snacks, sandwiches, hot chocolate, hot soup, counseling, and in most cases we're just there for them. if they need someone to talk to. We also are able to put them in with the proper agency that can get them back home or back into a job training program. We usually arrive on the scene about 8:30, depending on which area we're going. We set up, and that takes us about 15-20 minutes. And in most cases, the kids are on the van while we're setting up. They just wait for us to arrive. And then we serve them sandwiches and all the goodies that we have for them that night. And then Elva and I, or some of the other workers, will patrol the areas, the back alleys, the dark places where kids hide out to smuggle drugs or whatever they're doing. We'll go there, invite them to come back to the van, invite them to come back and share with us anything they have on their minds, and receive some food. And then we usually stay in an area for about a couple of hours, and then we move out to other areas. So we get home around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. This service is needed because there are actually an estimated 12,000 kids living on the streets of Toronto with no place to call home. Many of them are lonely, afraid, some of them hooked on drugs. In most cases, the kids will come out, make a lot of money, selling their bodies, prostitution, drug dealing, and then spend it all on drugs and be broke before the night's out. Again, some of them may have $50 or $60 to get a place to stay during the night, and they may not. Some of them will be put up in our hostels if they don't have that place. We're looking at kids some as young as 11, but mainly in the area of 12 to 15, and they just walk the streets, prostituting, petty theft, anything to raise the money that they need to just survive, just get by. And sometimes they just don't make it. An estimated 50 to 60% of all the kids on the street have either been sexually or physically abused at home, which means that they cannot return to that situation. So rather than put up with the sexual and physical abuse, they fled from it, and they fled to the streets, which is sometimes more chaotic than the situation at home. We accept them as they are, unconditionally. We love them. We don't agree with what they're doing. We tell them that we don't agree with the way they raise their money, the way that they live here, but we tell them we love them just the same. And they come to us because we do care. We're willing to take the time to not only give them food and snacks, but also try and get them into a home, arrange for them to go home if they would like to, put them in touch with an agency that will service them, get them the proper treatment, put them in touch with hospitals, doctors, whatever the case might be. We're there for them. And they keep coming back because we do show them, I guess, in an unconditional way, that we do love them and that they're welcome to come to the Salvation Army. What we try and do is make them understand that we have to earn their trust before we preach at them about God. We try and reflect in the things we do and say that we love them, that God loves them, that the primary purpose for us being there is because of God's love for us and God's love for them. And we, as one of our kids said, we slide it in there gently to them. I would say that on a scale of 1 to 10, we're a good 8 on that scale, because of the fact that we're really helping kids come to grips with their own situation. Not only are they acknowledging that they shouldn't be there, but some of them want to get off the street, and we're able to help them do that. And I think if we have even 10% of the number of kids that we contact return home or go get into a job setting, I think that's a high degree of success. And I think it's a very positive difference, and the kids are acknowledging that without us being here, things would even be much more difficult than they are.